Hi Pisces, welcome to your weekly check-in for the 12th to the 18th of November. If you'd like to book a personal reading, see the description box below the video for information on how to do that. You're welcome to like, share or comment on the video, and you're also welcome to subscribe to the channel too. And I am going to start saying, because I keep on forgetting, this reading is for Pisces sun, moon or rising. Yeah, I always forget to say that. So there are lots of sites online. If you want to look at your birth chart, that will tell you what your moon sign and rising sign are. You know, so if it's Pisces, or if you're a Pisces watching this and you're feeling like it's not resonating, then you can check your moon or rising sign as well. So I may actually start putting a link for a site that does the birth charts. But anyway, let's get on with your reading. These are the oracle decks I'm going to be using for the reading today. We're going to start off with the Power of Surrender card first of all, and that will be your main theme. So let's see what your main theme is for the 12th to the 18th. So what does Pisces need to know? So Pisces main theme for the 12th to the 18th of November. Okay, you've got a couple. I think you're the first sign to get two, possibly. You've got surrender worry first of all. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that spirit is guiding you always. That's the first. Oh, these actually go hand in hand, don't they? That's just like anxiety wrapped into one. Surrender obsessive thinking. If you're obsessing about a person or situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. And I'm trying to think, I don't know without looking through the whole deck, if there is actually a card that says surrender anxiety. I don't think there is, but to be honest, those two cards there suggest anxiety. I don't think there is a specific anxiety card, but there are lots of cards that kind of refer to anxiety. Like you've got one about stress, frustration. Okay, I'll put them away because I don't want to sit here looking through all the cards. I have pretty much looked through all of them and there isn't a specific anxiety one, but this does feel like it could be connected to anxiety potentially. So let's get your theme from the tarot deck as well, or what your theme is about. I mean, it might tell us what the anxiety is about specifically. What else does Pisces need to know about their theme for this weekly check-in, please? Right, so you might be anxious about something being fair or a fair outcome. I mean, justice can be about contracts. It can be about legal matters. So I don't know if anybody's got a court case going on and you're worried about the outcome of that. It could be fairness in terms of, say, if you had something going on at work, you know, like when you have, I don't know, investigations like with HR and stuff like that, there could be something around that. But there's something around whether or not there'll be a fair outcome. It could even be like, say, a romantic relationship as well, potentially. Wondering if that's going to turn out fairly for you. There could be a number of things. Divorces come into mind as well with that, because if there's something around that, you would want things to be fair to you too. But anyway, what's your energy specifically? How are you dealing with it? Well, I would say with anxiety, but let's see. Anything else about how try that again. Pisces is dealing with it. Didn't feel quite right. How Pisces is dealing with things. Oop, nope. The cards feel anxious. Right, try again. How is Pisces dealing with the situation? What's Pisces' energy within this? Nine of Wands, okay. So, I mean, that's at the very least, it's concern, isn't it? About how things are going to progress. I mean, here it looks like he's waiting for something to grow. It's a tree. It looks like it's growing into a tree, doesn't it? So could be worry, could be just this nervous anticipation energy, but just sort of waiting and watching to see what will happen. External or surrounding energies. Whoa, okay. Ten of Swords and the Hanged Man. I mean, if there has been a situation where something has come to an end, and that is often a painful ending, isn't it? It's like that what now energy, like how can I get the balance back with something or in something? Let's get your advice. You've got Temperance, and that this set here as well, the Ten of Swords and the Hangman, this could be where a decision is being made to end something by someone else potentially. So again, if you had, again, there could be a legal matter here, there could be something at work. I mean, you could be waiting to find out if you get a job or lose a job. If it's a relationship, you could be at breaking point, and then someone external to you is making a decision about whether or not they want to continue. Anything could have happened. I don't know. I don't like to bring medical stuff into it, but there could be something medical here as well. There could be a health issue here as well, although I try my best not to predict anything health related, but there could be a medical or health issue here where there's a decision or an outcome, either a decision or there's an outcome that's being waited on, and it's if it's fair or not. So, right, okay, let's look at the Justice card. I mean, as I say, it just looks like, for the most part, about whether there's going to be a fair outcome with something. So, Justice, please. What is Justice here for? Pisces. Why is Justice here for Pisces, please? So we've got the Nine of Pentacles. This is the first thing that's coming to mind with this is if you're going to feel safe and secure. Yeah, about whether or not, so the job thing would be obvious in that, wouldn't it? Where if you're waiting on the outcome of, if there's been some sort of investigation in terms of your job, or if you're waiting to hear if you get a job, then that would directly relate to that. It can be other issues as well, but that would relate to a divorce as well, actually. Specifically, if you were, because there are financial issues, aren't there, when it comes to divorce? So it's if you're going to be safe and secure once that progresses. But anyway, anything else for Justice? Somebody could be seeking compensation for something. Why is that coming up like a health? There is the possibility that somebody's had some sort of injury or something and you're waiting on compensation. That's never ever come up in a reading before, but that's coming to mind right now. Even something to do with a like disability, is it PIP or something like that in the UK? It's basically a disability claim where you're unable to work because of an injury or an illness, and you have to apply for it, and it's a process that you have to go through to get the money. So there could be something about that there as well. Okay. Anything else? Nine of Cups. I mean, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. You've got the physical side there of if you're going to feel safe and secure, and then the Nine of Cups, if the outcome is going to feel satisfactory and leave you feeling content. Anything else? The Empress. I mean, that's she's often about abundance, isn't she? Will the outcome leave you feeling abundant? Strength. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, another card of security. And then the Knight of Swords, that would be the information that comes in, wouldn't it? Strength. It could be that it's taking courage and strength to deal with this, because if you're worried and feeling anxious, then it requires strength to kind of deal with that. Let's have a look at strength specifically. I feel like this needs to be upright, the Hierophant. I don't know why. I mean, yeah, I do know actually, because Justice is there. There's so much coming up about like institutions and stuff like that with this. So like I said, if somebody was trying to claim like a disability claim, the institution you're dealing with is Department for Work and Pensions, isn't it? Or at work, if there's something going on there, that's an institution. It's like it's taking courage to if there's something to stand up for. And as I said, it could be just like a relationship, but the Hierophant is connected to marriage as well, isn't it? So again, like the legal system is an institution, and having to to have the strength and courage to deal with that. Anything else? I mean, as usual, feel free to let me know in the comments what this is about, because this is try that again. It's an unusual energy for me to be picking up on so much legal and institution related stuff. So you've got Four of Swords. Oh, I was going to say that could be, again, if anybody's making a claim, if anybody's been injured and seeking compensation or anything like that, or if there's a disability involved, that would be that there. So yeah, clearly something's happened. It looks like there's a big event that's happened, and it's kind of created this situation where there's a need for an outcome, and obviously you would want it to be fair and to go in your favor. But here, Seven of Cups, you don't know yet. It looks like you're waiting on the results, basically. It literally looks like you're waiting for the results or a decision or an outcome. I'm going to look at that Knight of Swords, and then I'll leave that one there. So the Ten of Wands, I would say that waiting on this outcome, it's a burden. I mean, obviously, if you're feeling anxious, it's a burden, isn't it? Waiting for the news to come in, because the Knight of Swords can... I think it's usually the pages that represent news, but I would say the Knight of Swords can represent news. I mean, it can represent information coming in, can't it? Incoming info, so... Anything else? Again, it's that Hanged Man energy of it's somebody else that needs to bring the information to you, I think, and they're making a decision. I'll get one more. I don't know if it's worth it, because it's a general reading, isn't it? So the specific situation, you will know. I mean, I've given examples, but you will know what it's about. I feel like all of these need to be up. So there could be something here where the decision that's being made, it will be somebody telling you about the direction that's going to be taken with something, or it will impact the direction that you take. But I am going to leave that one there. So that's your main theme that I've just spent ages on. So it's a fair outcome where a decision needs to be made, and you need to be informed of the outcome. I was thinking before, and I didn't really say it because I thought, oh, it's probably not relevant. And then I remembered the Empress is there. There could be something to do with pregnancy as well. You know, like IVF treatment, adoption, even surrogacy, that type of thing might be relevant as well. It could... Have any children? I don't think any children have come up, but it wouldn't... If there's a legal issue, it could even involve custody or something as well of children. I don't know, but yeah. Legal matters, institutions, just overall waiting the outcome. Nine of Wands, so that's your energy, how you're dealing with it. It's waiting, it's anticipation, isn't it? Is there even any point clarifying it? Let's see if there's anything else we need to know about that. What else do we need to know about this Nine of Wands? Five of Cups. So there may have been some hurt or disappointment involved with this situation already, or there's a fear of that, or there is the potential for that to happen, depending on the outcome as well. So we've got the Hermit there. The Ten of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So you've got two cards here of someone going off on their own path with the Page of Wands and the Hermit, and exploring and figuring things out for themselves. It's possible that the outcome may kind of, the result may cause you to have to go on your own path, or you're thinking about, you could be potentially thinking about how you continue on your path with the outcome of what happens. You've still got that Seven of Cups here, a card of confusion. You might not know what to do now. Or let's look at the Hermit. It's going to impact your happiness or your sense of fulfillment or contentment. even if it's, and we always, I think, well, we don't always, but I think we can have a tendency to look at the Ten of Cups as like overall complete absolute happiness, can't we? When sometimes it's probably, in fact most of the time actually, it's probably more about one situation rather than your overall entire life's happiness being, you know, complete. I mean, you probably would say the Ten of Cups is overall complete happiness, but it probably is more connected to one particular area of your life, fulfillment in one particular area of your life. Because can we be happy in every single area of our life? I would say, well, if you can, you're a very blessed person. But for the most part, even if we're overall pretty satisfied and happy, there's usually at least one thing that you're like, oh, you know what, I'd need to get that sorted out. That's not, yeah, that needs to be dealt with. That's not good. That's not satisfactory. Let's look at the Hermit. See, this is where you choose your path, isn't it? That would be where you choose your path. So whatever's going on here, I would say it's probably causing you to think about how you move forward on your path, or about how the outcome, sorry, not income. There could be income related here actually, after I mentioned all that stuff about compensation claims and stuff like that. How the outcome will impact your path and your truth as well. Even if there's a certain outcome, it could impact your truth. But there's like an anxious anticipation here to find out what will happen and how it will affect things. So I'll put those there because it's hard to be very specific with this because there's so many different possibilities coming up. As I say, the Hanged Man, the Ten of Swords, for me is where someone's making a decision and they are probably not telling you, and that would create worry, wouldn't it, if you don't know what somebody else is thinking. I'm just going to have to pause 1 second. Right, so back to the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords. So what else do we need to know? The Ten of Swords again, good God, okay. So yeah, there could really be something here about, I'm still getting a health thing coming up. There could be something health related here. But yeah, just in general, it's that somebody has to make a decision about potentially something ending, or I don't know. Let's see what else comes out. But it feels like this is literally another person or an institution or something where the decision is in someone else's hands, basically. Right, okay, well, whatever ending there may be, it will lead to a new beginning. So that's a new cycle, and it's usually the world is where one cycle has been completed successfully. So it will wrap something up, and I'm getting that end of an era thing in my head as well. Right, so that would, if an ending does occur, I believe it would kind of potentially either free them up or you up to focus on something else, if that makes sense. So say if it was you were waiting on the outcome of, like, if you were going to lose your job, you're waiting for someone to tell you if you're going to lose your job. If you did, it would give you the opportunity to focus on, to put your energy and focus on to other work, obviously. Let's see what else comes up for that. You get to focus your attention elsewhere, I believe, is the main thing once the decision is made. Oops. Yep, Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. I did say before here there was something about this will impact your path or how you move forward. And it's possible, once this is done, once this decision has been made and the outcome is heard, you could potentially get a greater sense of self-worth out of this. Or it gives you the opportunity to think about what you value more. Or it could be for the other person or whatever it is, they get to see what they value more, but it's possible that you get to see what you value more once the outcome has been made known. Yeah, so you could, if once you know your value, once you know what you value more, then you can set new intentions or different intentions, can't you? So it may, if there is some sort of ending or something, yes, it would feel devastating at the time that it happens, but it kind of opens new doors, doesn't it? With that World card there, you've got, I mean, the cards that follow after the ending are pretty positive, whether that means it's positive for someone else or it's positive for you. But then even if it feels like it's not good for you, it may not be for some time or for a certain amount of time, but then it frees you up, doesn't it, to do something new. And you get to decide whether you focus on the pain, which, yes, you're allowed to have a period of mourning, grieving if it's that bad, like not literally death, but, you know, any situation, like even a breakup, it's you have a period of mourning, don't you, over a relationship, or even if you lose a job. I think for most people, even if you leave a job that you don't like, there is a bit of a period of, oh God, you know, there's just, you have to deal with something, whether it's that, say if you've lost your job and you're unemployed, you have to deal with that sense of unemployment. That's a feeling of loss, isn't it? That's it, a feeling of loss. There's a feeling of loss that you have to deal with in situations when it ends, but you then get to choose, right, that's happened, how do I now move forward on my path? What do I do next? And it frees up your space to focus on that. So I'll leave that there, actually. I don't think there's much else to say about that. And we'll look at the Temperance card as your energy. I mean, I guess the first thing Temperance is saying, it's harmony, isn't it? It's a card of harmony, healing even. Maybe the need to heal from the situation if you're waiting on a decision and something does end. So why is Temperance there, please? You've got the Six of Wands. I kind of feel like, and I know this is kind of corny, but I feel like the Temperance card is saying, how can you make the best of the situation? I know that sounds, yeah, it's like a bit of a generic, corny sort of thing, like making lemonade out of lemons and stuff like that. But that is kind of, I think it's because that Six of Wands came up there. How can you come out, well, not even come out on top, because in certain situations you can't come out on top, but just making the best of it and still not giving up and doing the best that you can to still succeed in whatever way that means. Like, what other options are there for you to get the best for yourself once the decision's made? And you've got Temperance again, because I think with Temperance we sometimes talk about transmuting energies, don't we? Because Temperance is taking two different things. So you've got fire and water there and turning it into something new. She's growing a plant, which is technically it's impossible, isn't it? But yeah, it's taking two different things and making something brand new. So it's creating something new out of the situation, and then that whole phoenix rising from the ashes kind of thing comes to mind as well, if the situation is that bad. Well, there you go. That's a new chapter with the Ace of Wands. That's something new, isn't it? It's creating something new. The Star, that's hope. It's faith that you can follow a new path, I would say, or pursue a new path. Page of Cups, and that's kind of where you start again, where you think about, well, what new feeling can I get from this? What new sense of inspiration can I get? Not necessarily exactly from the situation, but once the decks are cleared, if something finishes and ends, what is it inside of me that I can now use to move forward and feel inspired about? So I'm going to leave yours there, actually. It feels reasonably clear, to be honest. So yeah, the advice is, how can you make the best of this, or to create something new once this is done? Focus on that. Maybe instead of the worrying. I mean, I know it's really hard. I'm like a major worrier. Like, I'm always overthinking something. But I know that once I get there's a hint of inspiration for something, then that I can use that to kind of overpower the negative stuff instead. It's not saying the worry goes completely away, but it's just like, oh, right, now I have something else to focus on. So I can give more of my thoughts to the thing that inspires me, even if it's something really like left field and just sounds impossible, but it's just something to focus on, isn't it? Then instead of the worrying. So let's get you a final card of advice from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle. Final bit of advice for Pisces, please. We have wisdom, okay. So I don't know if you can see that. I didn't even show it to you, did I? Wisdom. So the wisdom card says, and I'm going to read all of this, it's not excessively long. Right, sage, it's the character I believe is Sage, or one of the characters in here is Sage. It says, wisdom is knowing the difference between a calculated risk and stupidity. That's very blunt, isn't it? The legend, because they have a little story attached to this that they've created, it says, one day a young sagebrush asks his grandfather how to grow old with wisdom. The elder answers, we must learn from our mistakes. Before you worry about something, ask yourself if it will be important in the future. Enjoy your present form as we all change with time. The inspiration of the message, it says, is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. That's important for anxiety, isn't it? Stay in the present. I know that's annoying, and yeah, to hear stay in the present when you're stressed out, but that's what I meant about finding something that inspires you so you can focus your attention on that. Right, personal inquiry. Do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? And that am I ready to live in leadership can apply where, whatever the outcome of this is, know that you still have the power to choose your path and what direction you now go in, whatever happens. The key ideas say wise counsel, focused energy. That focused energy, that's important, again, about focusing on what inspires you or the things that you're grateful for, that sort of thing. Honoring yourself, contribution, being chosen, contentment, transformation. Transformation, again, you can transform. You have the potential to transform from this, whatever the outcome is. Keywords, maturity, tranquility, and support. And I would say with temperance, I mean, I said harmony, that can be about tranquility as well. That could even be support as well, actually, like, and it can be different forms, can't it, with temperance? I mean, temperance is a spiritual card, so it can be spiritual support if you're someone who is very spiritual and you like to pray, meditate, talk to spirit guides, angels, ancestors, whatever. Maybe you feel like you want to go to help you with the situation. Maybe you feel like you need to use some sort of spiritual service to help you, to help calm you. Or spiritual things like crystals, whatever you can get your hands on that you feel may help you to feel more tranquil within the situation. Support, it could be advice to help deal with things or within the situation itself to help get the outcome you want. It could just be spiritual support. It could be support from friends, whatever you feel. So I'm going to leave that there for you. I think that's as much as we can get. So if you'd like to book a personal reading, please see the description box below the video. You're welcome to like, share, or comment on the video. You're also welcome to subscribe to the channel as usual. Thank you for watching. I hope there was something helpful here for you. And until the next video, take care.